Hey, Julia, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Karen, welcome in. Julia, how are you doing today on this fine Friday? Caitlin Stevens, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for the likes, Julia. I really appreciate that. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing great on this Friday night. We have somebody here named Goo Goo Gaga. I love it. Ma and Hey, Christina, welcome in. Billy Cody, welcome in. Missed you guys yesterday too. Christina, how's everything going? How's Michigan? How's the family doing? How are you feeling? I know you weren't feeling good the other day because of that doctor's appointment. Hopefully everything's okay. Renee, welcome in. E4 James, welcome in. YouTube. Heather Jenser, welcome in. Asher Zion, welcome in. Golden Sterling, welcome in. Chiquita, welcome in. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for the TikTok room to get filled. Those of you who are on YouTube right now, it looks like I have 14 people in. We read 4 books of children's literature. Stay tuned. Oh, Billy Cody, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Yesterday, my mom, let me see, Wednesday, took my mom to a doctor's appointment. They gave her this little pill that she had to swallow. This is a test run. Hey, Heather Jenser, welcome in. They gave her this little pill that she had to swallow. It has a little camera in it that's going to go inside her intestines because she's got some stomach issues right now. And so yesterday we had to take her in to get the x-rays done. 95, oh, the next 4 days. Oh, wow. So we were taking care of her yesterday. She was doing good. And then next week we go in for the real thing. Aquarius Princess, welcome in. Mm-hmm. Now, Christina, does it get humid over there? Yeah, Billy Cody. It's this little pill with a camera. It's fascinating. What it does is she swallows it and it's constantly taking pictures. And it goes through her system. And she's going to have to wear these like little, yeah, it's patches around here. So it's like picking it up. Um, and they'll be able to see if there's any blockage in there. Oh, does it? Oh, thank you so much, Shakita. I appreciate that. Oh, wow. Yeah, so she's doing good. She looks like she was. She gets winded right away though because of the COPDs. We gotta watch out for that for her. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We have all new fresh titles. I went back to my public library down the street and Picked up some more titles because they were selling. They still have a couple of books left. 4 for $1, which is really nice. I got some really good titles. This one looks really good. Glass Slipper, Gold Sandal. I got my gallbladder out in 219. Oh, really? It was all done by robots? Interesting. Isn't that fascinating? Also, tomorrow's a pool party here in the spring, so my nephew and sister-in-law. Oh, how fun! Yay! Lucky. I would love to have a pool. Love, love, love to have a pool. So this is one that I purchased. I love this cover and this art here in the front. It's a worldwide Cinderella story. We're not reading this one first, but it's just one of the books that I picked up. Fascinating. Hey, Amanda Williams, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. My body was so sore after that doctor appointment. Oh, and how are you feeling now, Christina? Were you able to, welcome in. Interesting, yes, it was, and robotic surgery is kind of, yeah. Oh my goodness. But I feel like if they know that if it's a basic surgery, or one that they do all the time, I'm pretty sure they're pretty confident in it. You're doing okay now. That was a long appointment. Yeah, it's fascinating things they do. Fascinating. I had a hernia operation, I would say like almost 5 years ago. And it was all out. They didn't cut or anything. They just made a little incision here underneath my belly button, and then they went in with a camera and fixed it, put in the mesh. Fascinating. Maggie Daniels, welcome in. Maggie Daniels, we missed you. We've been reading our Where the Sidewalk Ends regularly. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. We do have a goal, one of our gift goals here. 5 out of 20. I've been working myself too tight. Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, you gotta sleep. All right, let's go ahead and begin. We have all new, fresh titles tonight. We'll start with 5 poems from, hey, Feral Feminist, welcome in. Where the Sidewalk Ends. Good to see you. We haven't seen you, Feral Feminist, in a while. Yes, Amanda Williams. I leave on Monday. So tonight is going to be our last live until July 8th, 9th, 10th. July 10th, which is a Thursday. Okay. I will post that so you guys know when to come back. Sunday night, I have to get ready. I'm going to leave early in the morning on Monday. My plane leaves at 4 from LAX, but I like to be super early. Yeah, thank you so much, Maggie Daniels. I appreciate that. So, you guys will have to refer to either the old Instagrams or YouTube if you guys want to have a reading. All the YouTube ones are uploaded, ready to go. It's going to feel weird without you. I know, it's going to be so weird not seeing you guys in a while. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, Feral Feminist, when are you leaving? Yeah, and then once we come back though, like, we'll have a new background. So I think tonight I'm going to clean up the tent. We'll put the tent away. And then we'll have our palm trees up by the time we come back. Oh, on the first. Oh, nice. Oh, have fun, Feral Feminist. Be safe. Prince Hairflip, welcome in. Christina, right? A 24-hour life. I love it. After I'm all rested up. All right, 18 flavors. 18 luscious, scrumptious flavors. Chocolate, lime, and cherry. Coffee, pumpkin, fudge, banana. Caramel cream and boysenberry. Rocky road and toasted almond. Butterscotch, vanilla dip. Butter brickle, apple ripple. Coconut and mocha chip. Brandy peach and lemon custard. Each scoop lovely, smooth, and round. Tallest ice cream cone in town. Lying there, sniff on the ground. A Michigan camping trip. Oh, how fun. Now, is that by the lake? Is that by the Great Lakes? Obviously. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda Williams. I appreciate that. That one was called 18 Flavors. All the different flavors, 18 of them, and then at the end, lying there, sniff on the ground. Oh, Lake Superior. That's exciting. Do you like to go paddleboarding and all that good stuff? Or just in the tent? Do you just get a tent? Poor Angus. Oh, what do you do, poor Angus, when hunger makes you cry? I fix myself an omelet, sir, of fluffy clouds and sky. Oh, what do you wear, poor Angus, when wind's blown down the hills? I sew myself a warm cloak, sir, of hope and daffodils. Or who do you love, poor Angus? Oh, who do you love, poor Angus, when Catherine's left the moor? Ah, then, sir, then's the only time I feel I'm really poor. That one's cute. Poor Angus. Oh, go rafting? Nice. Oh, it's going to be so gorgeous up there. I've never been there before, but I've seen pictures for all funness. Looks like it's going to be an amazing trip. Hey, Natalia, welcome in. Hey, Rach, welcome in. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, Rach. What a day. What a day, oh, what a day, my baby brother ran away. And now my tuba will not play. I'm 18 years old and turning gray. Oh, what a day, oh, what a day. There's a little picture of the tuba. That's a big tuba. Big tuba for a small palm. Ma and God. God gave us fingers, Ma says. Use your fork. God gave us voices, Ma says. Don't scream. Ma says eat broccoli, cereal, and carrots. But God gave us tasties for maple ice cream. God gave us fingers, Ma says. Use your hanky. God gave us puddles, Ma says. Don't splash. Ma says, be quiet, your father is sleeping. But God gave us garbage can covers to crash. God gave us fingers, Ma says. Put your gloves on. God gave us a raindrop, Ma says. Don't get wet. Ma says, be careful and don't get too near. Those strangers, those strange, lovely gods that God gave us to pet. God gave us fingers, Ma says, go wash them. But God gave us coal bins and nice dirty bodies. And I ain't too smart, but there's one thing for certain. Either Ma's wrong or God is. That's funny. We do that. We just drop them off at airport. They go to London first, then Croatia. Oh, Natalia, how exciting! I'm gonna leave on Monday. I'm doing the same trip. Yeah, I'm leaving from LAX to Gatwick, and then from Gatwick to Slovenia. Is mine the only one lagging? I might need to leave and come back. Oh, okay. Oh, is it? Oh no, just a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be nice to go on vacation. Although I feel like I'm on vacation now. All right. The end. Looks like we had a couple of lags, so a lot of us probably didn't get to hear some of the stories. Where the sidewalk ends. My family leaves every summer to go. Oh, do they? You don't go with them, or do you? Are those days over? It's like you're older now, and they don't go with the kids anymore. All right, let's take a vote. Let's see what we thought of where the sidewalk ends tonight. 1 through 10. I thought those were pretty good poems. They were a little short and abrupt, but that's okay. We're gonna pour some tea. We do have 10 out of 20 of our goal met. Tonight we're drinking an orange spice tea with a honey base. Our goal tonight, let's make our goal 30K, see if we can reach it. Prince Hairflip, welcome in. I'm gonna drink this just a little bit more. KJR, thank you so much for the follow. What did we think? Are we still lagging, guys? Is the camera still lagging, or is it working? Oh, thank you so much, Prince Hairflip, for reminding me. I forgot to give you guys a update. Yeah, I wish I'm always stuck working and my family won't pay. Oh, yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Let's do a check-in on Livy Fifth. She is still loving, see her? She is still loving her little flora and fauna. My watch almost fell. Let me turn YouTube over. Sorry, guys. Let me. My big finger is in the way. She is right there, Lily Fifth. She's very healthy. She's very happy. She likes to sleep a lot. For me, but I'll just leave and come back. Oh, okay. Yeah, see her? She's coming out. Yeah, she is Chiquita. She is a little shy. She comes out. We feed her. She's getting used to her feeding routine. I think she's also getting used to seeing me. So she'll come up. She'll start fluttering herself. See her? She's Lizzie Fish. She loves her little new home. Oh, Lizzie Fish. I think she likes coming out at night because she stays in her little leaves throughout the day. She flaps her little fins. Livy the Fifth. The water's good. We just tested the pH. The pH is still doing really good. I just did this earlier today. She loves it. So her water is healthy. I'm gonna have to leave directions for the landlord so they can. I will definitely, Chiquita. Yeah, she is our nocturnal queen. She loves it. I love tea, but I'm pregnant. I try not to have caffeine and I miss Hallie. Oh, Billy Cody, that's difficult. Yeah, she is shy in there. Billy Cody, even if it's caffeine free, the tea. I normally just drink caffeine free tea. I don't drink caffeinated tea because I want to be able to sleep at night. It's a nice way to go to sleep. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Janelle Howell, welcome in. The timer for 1 minute. Our goal tonight is going to be 30K. We have half of our kittens. Half of our kitten goal. Thank you so much. Sorry I missed you guys yesterday. Yesterday was Juneteenth. We're going to be reading a book about Juneteenth. I had to take my mom, the last 2 days I had to take my mom to a doctor's appointment. And yesterday was a little bit longer than we thought. So I thought, I'm going to stay and relax here with her before I came home. And then I thought, I'm going to be tired. So I do recommend, though. Oh, Feral Feminist, thank you so much for those heart puffs. And Prince Hairfield, thank you so much for those gifts. I really appreciate that. Hey Siri, turn off. I did watch on Amazon yesterday. If you have Amazon Prime, there's the Lisa Frank documentary. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lisa Frank. I'm sure a lot of you are. It was that lady that created those trapper keepers and the folders for school, the back to school stuff, and it had all those bright colors. Prince Hairfield, did you watch that? It's really good. It's a four-part series. It's a very sad story. Oh, Jamie Jones, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, Books of Babe, yeah, Frank Sticker's Unicorn. Yes. Books of Babe, check it out. It's a very sad story. I feel really bad for her. Yeah, I gotta go grab some takeout. Oh, okay, Maggie Daniels. We'll be back. We'll be back on for the East Coast. Thank you. We're 80% at our goal. Thank you so much. Yay, we achieved our goal. Let me set another goal, guys, before Bride and Groom Cat were my favorite. Guys, if you collected Lisa Frank, watch that documentary. It's so nostalgic, but at the same time, very sad. I feel so bad for her. At first, I was kind of like, they're a little too much, but I get lost in the drama of other people's lives. No, Books of Babe, it's on Prime Video, Amazon Prime. If you can, rent it and then see if it's on YouTube too, because you might be able to rent it. It's really good. Really good. Thank you so much for the TGIF parts. All right, our next book that we're going to do, yesterday was Juneteenth. June 19th. We're going to get a little historical, and we're going to get a little, we want to do a small deep dive in what Juneteenth is. I think that, I think it's really good for us to know the background and the history of Juneteenth, just because we see what's happening in our world today. This book gives us, there's different chapters. It gives us a description of what Juneteenth is, and then what the foundation of it is. Why do we celebrate Juneteenth? Oh, yes. I don't know if that's a change or not. Usually for goals in other lives, it only counts one per person. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, TikTok always has these different levels of things. Okay, I'm thinking the one that we want to start with is chapter 3. Because, there's all this talk. I don't know if it's just TikTok language, but I really do feel like here in America we are divided. And we are divided, and there's definitely history in the United States of us seceding from the Union. So this is I'm going to start with chapter 3. It's called After the Civil War. So the Civil War ended on April 9th, 1865. Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered to Union General Ulysses S. Grant. The Confederacy no longer existed. The 11 states that seceded returned to the Union. I think it's really interesting. especially with this last election, it's like all the blue states like California, New York, everybody that usually votes blue, and then the rest was red. And I don't want to get political, whether who's right or who's wrong, none of that. But I just think, from a historical perspective, that the United the United States has had history where we break up and then come back together. So the Civil War, so this particular one, the 11 states that seceded returned to the Union. Hey, John, welcome in. So the United States broke up and then got back together again. Not everyone heard that the war was over right away. Slavery continued in the Southwest in the state of Texas. 2 months after the war, General Gordon Granger, who represented the Union, arrived in Texas. He announced that the war was over. All 250,000 enslaved people in Texas were free. This was on June 19th, which came to be known as Juneteenth. So June 19th, he announced that the war was over. All 250,000 enslaved people in Texas were free. So that was the specific day that everybody became free. Yes, hey John, welcome in. But even then, some enslaved people didn't hear the news until after June 19th. Historians believe that white people worked hard to keep the announcement a secret. They wanted to keep enslaved people working for them for free for at least another harvest season. In 1866, the first Juneteenth celebration occurred in Texas. It was 1 year after slavery officially ended. It was also during the period called Reconstruction. During the Civil War, much of the South was destroyed. Cities needed to be rebuilt. People needed jobs and homes. The North decided to help. During Reconstruction, Black people gained freedom and rights. The United States added 3 new amendments to the Constitution. The 13th Amendment outlawed slavery. The 14th said all people born or naturalized in the United States were citizens. And the 15th allowed all men, including Black men, to vote. At the time, women weren't allowed to vote. When Reconstruction ended in 1877, white people worked to eliminate any gains Black people had made. They put laws into place to restrict Black people's freedoms. These were called Black Codes. These codes monitored Black people's every movement. It made many things legal for Black people, such as holding high-paying jobs. The Black Codes were further developed into official laws in southern states. For example, Mississippi adopted a new state constitution. It said that Black people had to pass a literacy test if they wanted to vote. Many were formerly enslaved people who had never attended school. They couldn't read or write. In this way, white people tried to force Black people back into slavery. And we see this here in California. I want to speak specifically for California because with everything about and across the United States, with everything about going on about citizenship and illegal immigration, we're seeing the same seeds that were sown a long time ago. We're seeing them repeating themselves again. Literally, California is being talked about as an occupied state by Democrats. That we are occupying California and that California needs to be, cleansed of the Democrats, which the language that they use. I'm not a political person. I mean, I have my politics, but when I hear things like this, these reminders of why we have to keep, vigilant of what's going on politically, because we just see this repeated. Case here in California with, we've had a lot of protests because of the ICE agents that are all around. And so a lot of people have been fighting against the ICE agents and a lot of protests, and I feel like California California is California. If you don't like the politics in California, I mean, it just comes with it. It's like Florida. Florida is Florida. I'm not going to go and tell Florida, everybody needs a safe haven. Yeah, Mandy May, everything is political. And it's always hard to talk about, but I just wanted to just touch base with Juneteenth, which was yesterday. Yeah, using the same tactics this day and age, is insane. Yeah, and that's why I think it's true. We do need to make reparations, or we do need to, as a country, we do need to acknowledge. Just like me, I have to acknowledge my own personal sins in order to move forward. To acknowledge that, and if I don't acknowledge my own personal sins, I'm gonna be stuck. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Case Nightmare. And then we'll read chapter 1. What is Juneteenth? June 19th. This is an important day to know. It is the day that celebrates the freedom of the last enslaved people in the United States. They were freed on June 19th, 1865 in Galveston, Texas. This was 2 months after the Civil War ended, but Black people in Texas had not yet heard the news that they were free. One reason was because the information was withheld by those who benefited from enslaved people. Plus, there were no telephones or computers. Information and sad news passed across the country slowly, as opposed to now where we know everything, like that. Yeah, Lauren. Juneteenth is celebrated in many communities around the United States. It commemorates the strength of Black people. The day is held in remembrance that Black people preserved even during the brutality of slavery. It's a reminder that they succeeded despite laws that worked against them. They continue to fight and resist white supremacy. Juneteenth is a reminder that Black people continue to persist in a racist country. And then we have this little picture here of the freed slaves, enslavement. The and Racial Justice in America, Histories of Juneteenth. I think this is a very, very valuable reflection piece, with everything that's going on. We observe Juneteenth. Oh, nice, Renee. Yeah. Especially with everything going on. Especially, and people say, well, but they overturned Roe v. Wade. So if they can overturn Roe v. Wade, they can undo a lot of things. For the West Coast, Hannah. All right. 10 out of 10. I agree. Yeah. Juneteenth. June 19th. All right. Now, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Let me set ourselves a new goal. Our goal is 30K. Let me set our goal. We're gonna do the goats. And let's do 20 of those. Thank you so much, guys, for reaching those goals. I really appreciate that. We're going to do 1 minute of that. John, I am. I leave on Monday. I'm going to leave early. I've got my cats taken care of. So that's good. Thank you, Prince Hairflip and Pharaoh Feminist. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Cats are taken care of. I got to spend time with my mom this week. After the lives tonight, I'm going to take down our camping scenario so that we can get ready for our ocean background. Hey Siri, turn off our ocean background. So that should be exciting. All right. We've been reading uh, Mr. Putter and Tabby, and I was looking at Cynthia Riley's Cynthia Riley. Yeah, we did have a good run with our tent. Renee, I love it. Yeah, good run with our tent. It got us through the end of the school year, made us happy. But now we're gonna have a palm tree in the background with the ocean, some beach chairs. Super excited. Love it. So I was looking at the author for Mr. Putter. I also got us some Mr. Putter books. Mr. Putter and Tabby. Cynthia Rylant. I was looking at some of her other titles, and she has some really good traditional children's lit books. So I got this one. Yeah, definitely will be missed. This one's called Thimbleberry Stories. Thimbleberry Stories. We love a good forest friend adventure, and we love a good thatched roof in our children's literature books. You guys are gonna love this one. Guys, need I say more? Do we need to say anything more? Do we need to say anything more about this book? Are we gonna love it? We're definitely going to love it. Cynthia Riley, she knocked it out of the park. We love a good squirrel drinking her tea. She's got a cute little cottage, right? She's got her little wooden windows. She's got these little hanging things. These are probably like jasmine or something to make her little room smell really good. Right, Buxton Babe? Lauren, exactly. Cozy as fuck. Invite us over. We want to come over too. Don't we love it? Thimbleberry Stories. Early 2000. Published in 2000. The first story is called Nigel Meets Dipper. I'm gonna read this. I read the first story. I'm gonna read the first part to you guys very slowly because she's a very good writer. Nigel Meets Dipper. Nigel Chipmunk lived in a cozy cottage on Thimbleberry Lane, and he was quite the homebody. Guys, I love that already. I'm gonna reread that again. Nigel Chipmunk lived in a cozy little cottage on Thimbleberry Lane, and he was quite the homebody. Each morning, he breakfasted on dandelion scones with lavender tea. Then he set about his housework. He had painted his house bright blue, and each day gave it a nice scrubbing inside and out. He had even built himself a tiny gazebo for evening thinking, and of this he was particularly proud. He was a contented young fellow. Isn't that a great opening? There's no picture, but that writing is so descriptive. The writing on that is so descriptive. And this is his little cozy cottage. Isn't that fun? Doesn't it, Renee? I have to purchase this because I'm gonna read this during the fall because this is a great fall book. There is this cozy little cottage. He takes really good care of it. He's got his little thatched roof, his little gazebo for thinking. All is well in the world. Nigel had grown up on Thimbleberry Lane and considered it quite the most beautiful place in the world. There were wild roses growing all along the lane, and daylilies and honeysuckle, and since it lay far out in the countryside, it was ever so quiet and peaceful. The animals who lived beside the lane were all very neighborly, and at night one could often find a little group of them at someone's home, sharing secrets, their laughter making the candlelight flicker in the dark. Life did not change much from day to day on Thimbleberry Lane, but one morning something did change, and this was lucky for Nigel. Right, Prince Harold? He was taking his morning stroll wearing a bright yellow bowler hat and an indigo scarf when he heard an unfamiliar voice behind a clutch of foxgloves. Nigel stopped and cocked his head lightly to one side. Uh, and and a dash of this and a sprinkle of that and a fluff of the other, said the small voice. Someone must be cooking, thought Nigel, though he could smell nothing delicious in the air. He stepped to the side of the lane and carefully spread apart the foxgloves so he might see the puzzling chef. But a chef he did not see. Instead, to his surprise, Nigel saw a new dwelling on Thimbleberry Lane. It was a tiny, funny little house, and all of it was round. The house was round, the windows were round, the front door was round. Over the door, someone had written the word welcome. But Nigel could not imagine many visitors fitting into one such a round miniature place. He himself would never fit. Why, he could not even put his head through the window to look in. Yes, definitely round and cozy. Hey, Shalise, welcome in. From inside the red house floated the voice again. A bit of here, a bit of there, it said, bits of lovely everywhere. Nigel straightened his hat, cleared his throat, and called out, Hello, good morning. Anyone about? Quicker than Nigel could blink, a tiny head appeared in one of the windows. Yes, about I am. Yes, about I am, someone said. And before Nigel could open his mouth to answer, the fellow had disappeared from the window and zipped out to the front door. It was a hummingbird. Why, Nigel had not seen a hummingbird on Thimbleberry Lane since he was a youngster. He heard they were all living in the poppy gardens at the governor's mansion. How do you do? Said Nigel gladly. So nice to have a hummingbird move in. Aw, and this is a little picture that comes. There's a little, it's all round. Round windows, a round door. And there's Nigel. Ooh, we love these flowers. Trumpets, I think they're called. Trumpet flowers. We had to form that picture in our head before we saw the actual picture. Isn't that cool? Thank you. I am Dipper, and as you can see, I moved in for good. As he spoke, the little hummingbird moved left to right, back to forth, front to back, right to left so quickly Nigel was nearly made dizzy. He gave his head a shake to clear things up. My name is Nigel, and I thought you were cooking. Dipper laughed and buzzed left to right. Oh no, not cooking. Haven't you noticed the paint all over me? Nigel blushed. I'm afraid you move so fast I hardly see you at all. Oh dear, said Dipper cheerfully. He then hovered in place, his little wings humming steadily. Is this better? Much, answered Nigel, enjoying the new breeze. And now I see what you mean. What are you painting? Oh my, everything. Would you care to come in for tea? Nigel looked at the tiny round door. I'm afraid I'm on the wrong size. I'm afraid I'm the wrong size for the hummingbird home, Dipper laughed. Dipper laughed. Of course. Oh, I've been living in the poppy gardens too long. I've forgotten not all the world is hummingbirds. That is why I moved to Thimbleberry Lane, That's why I moved to Thimbleberry Lane, Variety. Shall I bring my paintings out here then? Dipper asked. Pardon me, said Nigel. I thought you were painting your house. So Hummingbird, right, Books and Babe? I love it. His little indigo scarf. So it looks like Hummingbird wanted to move out of where he was because he was all hummingbirds and he wanted diversity. He wanted to see all the other types of uh, forest friends. Oh no, answered Dipper. I'll never get around to that. Too much trouble. I keep my house small so there's less to tend. Nigel, who lived for tending, could not understand this at all. Wait here, said Dipper. Nigel was about to say all right. Before he did, Dipper had zipped and backed out again with something in his beak. Nigel smiled. He was growing used to Dipper's flashy style. The hummingbird hovered near a flat rock and began placing tiny squares on it. My paintings, Dipper said proudly. Nigel peered at each little square. Never had he seen paintings so tiny, tiny as sunflower seeds. Oh, so these are those are his little paintings right there. Hummingbird size. Hummingbird size paintings. Why, these are landscapes, he said in surprise. Yes, answered Dipper. I thought you would paint small things, said Nigel. I live small, but I see big, answered Dipper. Do you like them? They are extraordinary, said Nigel. Then they are yours, said Dipper, flying left to right and back and forth above them. I beg your pardon, said Nigel. I paint all the time, said Dipper. I've never been one to sit by the fire. I have many paintings and more to come. These are yours if you like. I am absolutely delighted, answered Nigel. You must return home with me. I'll fix supper for us, and you can give me advice on where to hang them. Certainly, said Dipper, and before Nigel could, of course, respond, the little hummingbird had gone inside and returned again, dressed for dinner. I hope you don't mind the paint on my nose, said Dipper. It doesn't wash well. Not at all, said Nigel, and together they returned to Nigel's dear blue cottage, where Nigel made a lovely meal of violet soup and rye toast and told Dipper all about life on Thimbleberry Lane. Afterwards, they hung paintings throughout the house, and when Dipper had gone home in the evening, Nigel pulled a chair up to his favorite painting and, taking out a magnifying glass, gazed at it all night long. Aww, yes, Lauren, I love that line. I live small, but I see big. That was a really good story. We love Cynthia Ryland. She's a good writer. Thimbleberry Stories. The end. So he ended up inviting him over to his little cottage. Thimbleberry Stories. Love it. All right, let's take a vote. We've had some really good titles tonight. Really good titles. Where the Sidewalk Ends. Juneteenth, Racial Justice in America. And then Thimbleberry Story. Let's take a vote. I'm going to go with 2 and 3, only because it's really important that we tackle historical subjects, but at the same time, we love traditional. Thimbleberry, let's see. Renee 3, Lisa Brown 3, Buxom Babe, Thimbleberry 3, Billy Cody 2 and 3, Julia 2 and 3. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. Oh, we made our goal. Thank you very much, guys. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Oh, 2 and 3. 2 and 3, yes. Good balance between them both. Yes, for all feminists. Yeah, it's good to be reminded, but we want to keep the tradition of children's literature. We elevate the children's literature genre. All right, 1 minute. We achieved our goal. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Let's set a new goal. Let's see what we can get here. Set up a new goal. Let's do Community Fest, but let's set that at 20 as well. It might be a new one. All right. Now we're going to read Mr. Putter and Tabby Catch the Cold. Hey Siri, turn off. We got a whole bunch of new Mr. Putter titles. Brianna's going to miss out. She should be here. She's missing out on her Mr. Putter and Tabby Catch the Cold. We love pictures like this. A cat looking outside a window. It's snowy. We love a good wallpaper too. Rose wallpaper on the back there. There's Mr. Putter and there's Tabby. And there's his little airplane from one of the last books that we read about them. Mr. Putter loved planes. Isn't that a great illustration? Snowplow. We love a good glow, yellow glow coming out of a window when it's snowing outside. Right, Lauren? Yes. Chapter 1, Blowing and Hacking. Mr. Putter and his fine cat Tabby loved the snow. It made them feel cozy. Mr. Putter made warm tea and warm muffins. He lit a fire, and he and Tabby watched the snowfall. Oh, it reminds me of our orange cat. Oh, Lenny Beans. Oh, I love it. Lenny Beans, yeah, he's an orange tabby. So Mr. Putter and Tabby, they just loved a good cozy room. They loved a fireplace. They loved their tea and muffins. And look at how happy Tabby the cat is. Tabby, not for the streets. Tabby loves to be inside. One day, Mr. Putter went out in the snow without his hat. He wanted to read the funnies in the newspaper so much he forgot it. When he came back in, he said to Tabby, "Tabby, I forgot my hat. I hope I don't catch a cold." Mr. Putter, he wanted to, thank you so much for the follow. He wanted that newspaper so bad. He wanted to read the funnies. And look at their little mailbox. It's even called Putter and Tabby. And so he goes outside without his hat. He tells him, "I hope I don't get sick." He's like, "Oh, I fucked up. I should have been out with a hat." Tabby sat on Mr. Putter's head to keep... Tabby sat on Mr. Putter's head to keep it warm while he read the funnies. She tried to help him not catch a cold. She did her best. Aww. Look at those two. Those two don't need anything else in the world. They got their comics. They got their blanket. They got their fireplace. Who needs anything else? But Mr. Putter caught one anyway. The next day he was sneezing and coughing and blowing and hacking. He felt miserable. "Colds aren't so much fun when you're old," he said to Tabby. That's kind of true. Oh, he got really sick. Thank you, Prince Hairflip, for those. I really appreciate that. He's having a deep conversation with Tabby. When Mr. Putter was a boy, he had almost liked colds. He always got spoiled. His mother brought him warm soup and minty tea and adventure books. Mr. Putter loved adventure books. But now he was old. He was old with a cold, and he had no one to spoil him. Geez, Cynthia, Rylant, just dig deeper. So he loved being sick when he was a little boy because he had his little adventure books. Mom got him all his stuffed animals. Mom made him soup with a tray. All his favorite things as a kid. And now he was old with a cold. Chapter 2, Miss Teaberry. Oh, Miss Teaberry, she's going to help him out. Let's see what Miss Teaberry does. You know Miss Teaberry's going to come up with something. Mr. Putter's phone rang. He picked it up and said, "Achoo!" "Mr. Putter?" someone said. It was Miss Teaberry, Mr. Putter's good friend and neighbor. "I caught a cold," said Mr. Putter. "Oh my goodness," said Miss Teaberry. "I'll be right over." Right, Prince Harriet? Miss Teaberry, she's exactly what. And look at their calendars. He's got a cat calendar, she's got a dog calendar. I miss the chicken noodle soup from the 90s, right, Prince Harflet? Mmm, so good. "Oh no," said Mr. Putter. "You shouldn't come over, Miss Teaberry. You might catch a cold, and it's not good to be old with a cold." Tabby rubbed against Mr. Putter to help him feel better. "Achoo!" went Mr. Putter in Tabby's face. She decided to stay on his lap. Aw. Look at Tabby. He's loving on Mr. Putter. He sneezed on her, but she stayed anyways. This is what Pebbles likes to do. She's a lap cat. But don't touch me. Right, Prince Harflet? I'm old with a cold. Yeah, Pebbles loves to do this, but I cannot touch her. Maybe I could put my finger on her cheek and do this, but that's about it. Yes, old with a cold. "You need someone to look after you," said Miss Teaberry. "I'll be fine," said Mr. Putter. "You need someone," said Miss Teaberry. "I'll be fine," said Mr. Putter. "You really need someone," said Miss Teaberry. "I'll really be fine," said Mr. Putter. And look at Miss Teaberry's facial expression. She's teasing him. "I'll send Zeke," said Miss Teaberry. "What?" said Mr. Putter. Look at the cat. Tabby. Yeah, look at lights on that. Miss Teaberry is. Yeah, she is, huh? She's really trying to help him out, but. Mr. Putter. Chapter 3, Zeke. 20 minutes later, there was a scratching at the door. It was Miss Teaberry's good dog, Zeke. He had a thermos strapped to his back, and he was wagging his tail. Look at how she has Zeke dressed up. And he's got it. She put a thermos. Oh, yeah, a thermos full of soup. That was nice. That was nice of her to do. Yeah, the lights tend to go. They go a little blinking. "Thank you, Zeke," said Mr. Putter, patting Zeke's head, and Zeke wagged and went home. Mr. Putter and Tabby looked inside the thermos. "Chicken soup," said Mr. Putter. "Hooray!" Tabby purred. She loved chicken soup. So he takes the thermos, he opens it up. All right, Bucks and Babe. These are great stories. Mr. Putter and Tabby were having their soup when there was another scratching at the door. It was Zeke again. He had another thermos strapped to his back. "Thank you, Zeke," said Mr. Putter. Zeke wagged and went home. Oh, she sent another one. I'm loving Zeke's outfit. His little hat. His little hat, the thermos. Yeah, Faith. Oh, Faith, welcome in. You just kind of lurched in from the back, huh, Faith? Mr. Putter and Tabby looked inside the thermos. "Peppermint tea with honey sticks," said Mr. Putter. Yippee! He's getting spoiled. His little thermos. You do stay in the shadows. Yeah, Zeke is a little person. Tabby purred. She loved honey sticks. Mr. Putter and Tabby ate their soup and drank their tea. Aww. This is such a cute book. It makes me laugh. Look at little Tabby. Hey, Maria, welcome in. Mr. Putter, how are the kids doing? Are they asleep? Or are they still up, running around? Mr. Putter was feeling much better, but he wished he had one more thing. He felt so selfish, but he couldn't help it. He phoned Miss Teaberry. He wanted one more thing. Sometimes it's hard to ask for when you need something. Miss Teaberry, the soup and the tea are wonderful, he said. Wonderful, said Mrs. Teaberry. But, said Mr. Putter. But, asked Mrs. Teaberry. Would you perhaps have, said Mr. Putter. Would I perhaps have, said Miss Teaberry, an adventure book? Asked Mr. Putter. Of course, said Miss Teaberry. You do? Asked Mr. Putter. And look at Miss Teaberry. She's here for it. This is so funny. I just got done playing with them. They're going to bed now. Oh, okay. Oh, they got to stay up tonight? Yes, I do, said Miss Teaberry. But the book really belongs to Zeke. Zeke, asked Mr. Putter. It's about a brave dog, said Miss Teaberry. It's Zeke's favorite. Mr. Putter, he's a silly old man. Said Mr. Putter. Do you think you would loan it to me? Only if he gets to come along, said Miss Teaberry. Zeke is very attached to his book. And there's Zeke's book, Unleashed. Unleashed and wild. Mr. Putter thought about it. The adventure book came with Zeke attached. Could he manage Zeke and a cold? Would Zeke be good? Or would he be Zeke? Mr. Putter was desperate. He has to think, do I want that book bad enough to keep Zeke? Let's see what Zeke. Rach, I think she does. Yeah, I think she does. I think they're two old people by themselves. Of course, Zeke may come with his book, said Mr. Putter. Wonderful, said Miss Teaberry. A few minutes later, there was a scratching at the door. So there's Zeke. I think Zeke the dog would be pretty. Yeah, exactly, Buxton. I think so too. Chapter 4. The best cold. It was surprising. It was amazing. Zeke was good. Zeke was fine. Zeke was perfect. As long as you were reading his adventure book to him. Mr. Putter and Tabby and Zeke curled up in Mr. Putter's bed and read all day long. Zeke. Tabby. He's got his little tea. These guys are so silly. Mr. Putter sounded a little funny with his stuffy nose, but Zeke and Tabby didn't mind. They wanted to hear about the brave dog. Mr. Putter read and read while Tabby purred and Zeke wagged. We get this behind perspective of them all looking at the magazine. The little dog. It's so funny. And when the brave dog story was over, they all snuggled up and went to sleep, full of soup and tea and adventure. It was the best cold Mr. Putter ever caught. Guys, look at that picture. Tabby's got the best corner. And Zeke. And look at the window. There's all that snow coming in. Isn't that cute? That's the best. Mr. Putter and Tabby. The end. Aw. That was a good one. That was a good one. Mr. Putter and Tabby catch the cold. All right, let's take a vote. You guys are getting short but really good titles tonight. Short but really good titles tonight. Yes, my vote has shifted too. We started with Where the Sidewalk Ends. Juneteenth. Thimbleberry Stories. Or Mr. Putter and Tabby Catch the Coal. Books and Babe 4. I'm tied between these two. These two are very good. I really like these two stories. They're really good. Renee 3 and 4. Yeah, I agree. Prince Hairflip 4. Your vote definitely shifted, huh? Rage 4. Natalia, I love how crinkly 4 is. Yeah, it's got the right crinkle to it. Maria 4. Mr. Putter and Tabby. We love a good crinkle in our children's literature books. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. We've exceeded our goal. Get any of the Bears and Bears chapter books. Books and Babe, no. What we've done is we have the 1 minute. We have the Bears and Bears story time collection. This is from the archives. We'll probably bring this out during the fall. This is the one that has several stories in it. Storytime collection. We like our stories kind of short. The Mr. Putter ones do have chapters in them, but it goes fairly quick. We do like to, we like them short so that we can do at least 4 of us. I don't. Yeah, Books and Babe. We're gonna have a whole lineup for the fall. We're gonna have a whole lineup. Hey, Ronnie Graver, welcome in. For the fall. Okay, you guys are gonna get a 5th title tonight. It's a short night since we've been reading short stories. Plus, hey Siri, turn off.
No.
Siri's going nuts. Oh, I'm in Orange Beach, Alabama right now. Oh, how fun, Ronnie. Are you there for a couple of days? Yeah, Maria, we're gonna do a 5th book. There's one here that I want to read that I thought was really gonna be really cute. Let me find it. Give me 1 second. Oh, this one. This is one that I purchased, 25 cents. Yeah, she does, huh, Prince Hairflip? She gets yelled at most of the time. 80%. Or spending time together. Oh, good, Ronnie, that's right. Yeah, because your dad wasn't feeling well there for a while. And that was creating some anxiety for you. Oh, good, I'm glad you guys are able to spend some time together. Are you guys there for the weekend? Albert's Quiet Quest. I love this book. I love the color. It's like a blue. It almost matches my shirt. It's like a greenish, like an aqua, like light aqua color. Oh, good. And then the orange shirt. Yes, very tranquil. We love a good end page, mild end. Albert's Quiet Quest. I wonder what his Quiet Quest is. It opens up with this illustration. Look at how detailed this illustration is. And it shows Albert. He's going, ugh, it's so loud in there. He's coming out with, looks like his book. So he's gonna look, wherever he's at, wherever this story started, it's very loud. I'm going out. So there he is. He's crouching. He's like, it's too loud in there. So he leaves. Looks like he's going to go to the beach. Ronnie Graver, this one's for you. Since you and your dad at the beach, at a quiet place. So he opens the gate and looks like there's a portrait. Oh, okay. This looks like an alley. Yeah, it looks like an alley with some things that have just been left behind a lamp. A picture with the beach. He sees it, decides to grab a chair, and then sit by the fence and look at it. This illustration. He's imagining he's inside that painting. Isn't that great? Let's get our paintbrush, and just paint. I'm gonna grab some oranges and apply some orange. And then we're gonna make an orange sun. And then we're gonna, with the brush strokes, we're gonna apply some light blue. And then some more oranges. Yeah, very good end page. Oh dear. Let me read it this way. Oh dear, it's a bit messy. I think we better do this out in the alley. Hey Albert, do you want to garden with us? No thanks, I'm reading. I'm fine. Okay, suit yourself. So he's out there enjoying that painting, and there's some neighbors next door who are coming out to put some things out on the alley. Yeah. John, he's sitting on the beach bed we made. Exactly. He'll be sitting just like us. And now he's imagining that the girls have joined him and they're building the castle. Albert, there you are. Want to play badminton with me? No, thanks. I'm reading. Come on, you're doing nothing. Hey, Tom, I'll play with you. Okay, great. Okay, so there somebody comes in. Tom asks if he wants to play badminton. The girls are building the sandcastle. They said that they'll play with them. Let's see what happens on the next page. So there's Tom, the two girls, and Albert playing badminton. Oh, Albert, can you keep an eye on Victoria while I get my cat, please? No, thanks. I'm wonderful. I'll be right back. She just left. Thanks, Albert. You're so sweet. Oh, she found her cat. It's not so quiet anymore for Albert. Albert's getting, everybody's coming. Look at Albert. He's like, it's getting too loud here. The little baby's crying. Hey Albert, listen to this. No thanks. He brought his radio. I like it. My baby does too. Let's dance. The whole neighborhood. Poor Albert, he cannot escape. There he is at his beach. Look at him. The big blaster, the big radio. They're all dancing. Hey, what's this? You guys are having a party and didn't invite me? Having fun, Albert? Look at that smirk on his face. Hey, watch out, Jimmy. Oh? Thunk. Aw. The badminton went right into the photo. Chaos. Look at all that chaos going on. And there's Albert. He shut his book. He's mad. That's it. Quiet, for Pete's sake. Can't someone just read a book around here or what? He got mad. Everybody looked and started taking off. Everybody's quiet. They're like, oh, okay. Then he's looking around, sees that everybody left, scoots up his chair. Uh-oh, here comes somebody else. He can't catch a break. Everybody else brings their book. They can't get away from him. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Yeah, we love a black cat in children's literature. That is so funny. Shh, they tell him. They're all reading. They're all having a good time. Aw. And now they're all looking at the sunset. Isn't that sweet? This is a good find. We love Clark Alley. Oh, that's the alley where they have the book. The and Albert's Quiet Quest. This one I purchased for 25 cents. 25 cents. 25 cents. All right, let's take our last vote for the night. Yeah, Prince Harvard, that was a good deal. John, you like that one? Maria, amazing. Yes, worth every penny. We started with Where the Sidewalk Ends. Yeah, it came out really good. Maria. It was a good find. 2, Juneteenth. For those of you who missed this one, I'm going to read it again for the West Coast. Thimbleberry Stories. We love this one. This one's a good one. Hey, Corey, welcome in. Mr. Putter and Tabby Catch the Cold. 4. And then Albert's Quiet Quest. 5. I think I'm going to go with 2. Mr. Putter and Thimbleberry Stories. I think those are my favorite ones for the night. I really like those. Renee 3 and 4, Billy Cody 2 and 4, Maria 4, John 3, Prince Hairflip 3 and 4. Hey Corey, welcome in. I'm going with Tim Berry and Mr. Putter. Yeah. Gen X, those are my favorite too. I really love those traditional ones. The ones that make children's literature. Julia 3 and 4. Thank you so much. We are 8% at our goal. You guys knocked that out of the park. Yay, we made our goal. We made 3 goals tonight. Thank you guys. The last one because that's the only one I listened to. Okay. Yeah, that was a good one. Hopper Humperdinck. Oh, okay. Let me Books and Baby. Yeah, you did tell me about that one. Let me write it down. 3. Buxom Humperdinck. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Feral Feminist 3. I'll be back West Coast for Juneteenth. Oh, okay, Maria. Yeah, that was a good one. It was very historical. We read 2 chapters in it. I'm going to read a couple of other ones. Humperdinck. Let me write it in this. be back, Jonah. All right. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for the 40,000 likes. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the 3 goals that you set up. If you are on the East Coast and you're heading for bed, have yourself a good night. If you are going to join us for the West Coast, we will be back on in 40 minutes. If I don't see you again, have a good next 2 weeks. Have a good 4th of July. I will be back on Thursday, July the 10th for readings. I'll make sure to post it for you guys so you guys know when the lives return. Alrighty, friends, we will see you in 40 minutes. Have a good night, everyone.